Welcome back to the Schmitters Hildirix Woods. Today we're going to take down this poplar tree. It is kind of leaning a little bit to the left here, so we want to get the tractor behind it just to make sure it falls in the direction we want. It does have a little bit of rot at the bottom of it, so it can sometimes be a little sketchy cutting these down, so just want to have the tractor there just to help protect, making sure it doesn't fall the direction we don't want it to go. So here Dad has the notch cut on the backhand side, and he gives me the signal there, the kind of push. It starts binding up the saw, so he keeps cutting and I'm able to push it over, and as you can see there, it's pretty rotten on that other side, so it's always nice having a cable or the tractor on just to make sure. Here we get the backhoe set up to use one of the chokers, and we have hooks welded on the back of the bucket, so you can just hook the choker cable and chain right to the hook that's on the back of the bucket, and I can get this pulled up so that I can get it hooked to the back of the tractor. We're trying to pull most of the tree up the hill, just kind of get it out of the woods a little bit and start cutting it into chunks for the sawmill. Here, I'm just using the forks to get that about 17-foot chunk picked up, get it rolled back in on the forks, and then drive it over to the sawmill and get it placed on. So here, when we have a log this big, helps having the two cant hooks so we can both control it. and since it's a big enough log, it needs to be as close to the mill as possible. So if you raise the head up, kind of gets everything out of the way, because the barker sticks out, so you can kind of move it up and then get the log rolled on. There's a couple of black brackets on the back that help hold from stopping the log from rolling off the back side. Here we get it really close with using the tractor, and then just use the cant hooks to roll it on so you have more control of it instead of it just kind of free rolling on. So then once we got the main piece out and on the mill, I have several other pieces, 2 more that we drag up and just put where we can get to them once it warms back up. So those will be drug up and stored to be put on the mill at a later date. And then there's one section back here that wasn't big enough for the mill, so we end up just using it for firewood. Here the ground's pretty frozen, so not getting a lot of mud, but to stop it from plowing the front end, just use the front end loader and the cable to pick that up a little bit and just drag it out of the woods. Welcome back to the Schmitter's 100 Acre Woods. So today we worked on getting this poplar tree cut down. So where we need the drive is normally pretty wet here, but with the ground being frozen, we're able to get back here and get this cut. So this poplar tree has pretty good hole going in it. So we wanted to get it cut down before it rotted anymore, and so we could utilize some of the wood for the sawmill. So we have some 2x4s and stuff like that we need to cut for the purlins still on the building, so that's where we're at with that. So we want to get this cut down so we could utilize some of the tree. So there's about a I don't know, a 6-foot section or so, maybe a little bit more, that wasn't usable because of the rot, but the majority of it will still be. So I'll show you what we got up on the mill and then what else we got out of this tree. Okay, so this is the biggest part of the tree. We went ahead and put it on the mill. It's got to be pretty close to the maximum length, 18.6. We have this all the way back, and the blade's just about going to touch. There's just a little bit of doughiness on this end, so we'll probably cut just a little bit of that off. I don't have a measuring tape right now to measure this, but it's okay size. It's you know, definitely be able to get some wood out of it, and be able to get some 2x4s. So we still need some for this side over here, so we'll probably do that. The poplar is just so much nicer to work with. It's much lighter. The sawmill likes it much better too. It'll probably be a few days before we get this cut up, just because it's so cold out. Like the tractors are all right and everything, but no reason to start the sawmill right now at this point. It's just not that enjoyable to be out, and it'll take a little while to get this cut up. But we got a couple more pieces out of it. Walk down here. So I went ahead and put them here just for easy access. So that longer one, a couple small knots on the side, but it should be okay. This one here kind of cones up quite a bit. Has several spots you can see where we cut limbs off. So it may not be as nice, but we could get some 2x4s out of it, get a couple, and it'd be something. So you know, try to use it as much as possible. Have another piece I put over in the firewood yard that we'll just turn into firewood. Okay, thank you for joining me today. I just kind of wanted to get that out there, and then we'll be working on this poplar for too long once the weather warms up just a little bit. So thank you for watching the Schmitter's 100 Acre Woods. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. We'll catch you next time.